We're here with Anthony, who owns this rice fruit farm with his brother. And it sounds like you do most of the day-to-day
Yeah,
maintaining. Is that true?
yeah, that's true. I do most of the day to day, but he definitely helps out with some of the scheduling, payroll, and he works. He helps out. On his days off and stuff like that. And he's also his degree is actually from Johnson and Wales, and
Oh,
he's definitely a certified foodie.
foodie.
So he's the guy that comes up with like our ice cream. We make all our homemade ice cream here, and like the donut recipe and sandwich stuff. He's the food guy.
He's
So
the food
yeah,
guy.
he's definitely the one that helps develop all the recipes, whether it's over for the bakery, the grill, or the ice cream making.
So tell me the history of, first of all, this building
Yep.
and the business. So if you tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. So I say like I'm originally from Agawam, a couple towns over. So I had heard of Rice Fruit Farm. It had been closed for quite a few years before we purchased it and reopened it, but I'd heard of it before. And so as we started remodeling it, and eventually, it took us 2.5 years to remodel it. It was in a little bit of rough shape. We didn't realize how much it meant to the town of Wilbraham. I call it like it's the heart of Wilbraham. And it really is. And everybody's got a Rice's story. Like their grandfather used to bring them here to get donuts after church, or they remember the pig, or it was their first job.
So
or,
tell me about
yeah.
the past. What kind of a farm was it?
So yeah, it was a peach and apple farm primarily. In the name, it's Rice Fruit Farm. We've been able to secure some farmland, some acreage with fruit trees, and we're trying to kind of like we brought the restaurant back to life. We're trying to restore some of the orchards right up the road to but we're
wow.
definitely the hub for in the fall apples and peaches and honey, maple syrup, you name it. We have like cider donuts like a lot of other farms. The breads and pastries and turnovers and apple strudel sticks, etc., pies. But one of the things I think that separates us apart and is unique, and except for like the Seinfeld episodes, I'd never heard of it before, but is we make, believe it or not, our signature bakery item, and we sell hundreds if not thousands of them on any given day, is muffin tops. Like we make muffin tops, and like that's what people come here for.
So what is a muffin top?
Well, it's the best part of the muffin. And we actually, we were very fortunate that we were able to find one of the bakers that had kind of like, she had been retired, and we were able to talk her into coming back and working for us for a while, show us the ropes, and she was instrumental. She was awesome.
So do you make all your baked goods here?
We make most of them. I'd say like 90% of them. We buy a couple things and bake off some things, but a lot of the stuff, and especially the muffin tops, are all handmade in small batches. There's no shortcuts.
And where's your ice cream made?
Made right in the premises as well. We have 2 ice cream makers. Our main problem with our ice cream is we run out of it a lot.
Do you really?
Yeah. So, but one of the girls has been making ice cream for, so she started like 6 months after we opened. So she's been making it for like 10.5 years for us.
So you've been open that long? That I didn't catch early.
Yeah. Our proximity to 2 of the local colleges in particular, Western New England University and Springfield College. And we get people kids from AIC and Elms and Springfield Community College too. But those 2 colleges in particular, we're like their hangout spot. So Saturday and Sunday mornings, if you come in, it's like the see and be seen place for a lot of the colleges. We got something for everything. We're like a spot for the kids to come after school. They can walk down in between sports or after their game and come have an ice cream cone So we got a little bit of something. We got the retirees come in the day and people work. So you can come in the morning for breakfast and baked goods. You can come in the afternoon. We have a small lunch grill menu. The breakfast sandwiches are all day. We're kind of known for those too. So we're kind of known, the particulars is the bakery muffin tops, the breakfast sandwiches, coffee, and then the homemade ice cream. So, yeah.
And what are your hours?
We're open at 6 every morning.
7 days a week?
7 days a week. We only close for Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
Wow.
And we do, like right now we're open till 8, in the summer we'll be open till 9, and in the winter we're open till 7.
So what's your biggest challenge?
Well, I mean, it's a good kind of like challenge in that every year's been better than the last, and we're rolling into our 11th year, so it's growth. Like we never really plateau, so I never really have a chance to catch my breath. Kind of like, oh my gosh, like it's like one thing, and it's like sand at the beach. It fills in with like, all right, you've solved that a problem. We started with 2 ovens, and then we had 4 ovens. Now we're up to 6 ovens, and we were only using the ovens in the back room on the weekends, on the holidays. Then it was the weekends. Now it's every day. So it's staffing and employees. I mean, I'm fortunate to have I have a really good crew. I've had my original manager Baker's been with me since day one, and she's fabulous, problem solver. So I'm fortunate if I have some really good adults in the day, and I got a good group of kids at night.
Right.
So.
What do you like the best? What's your favorite part of this whole?
Well, it is rewarding. I put a lot of time and energy into getting the place up and going, but it is rewarding to see the growth of the popularity. Or someone's on vacation, they send a video like, hey, they so and so. They told them I was from Wilbraham, and they were like, oh, Ray's Fruit Farm. It's like, oh, Ray's Fruit Farm. There's and I treat it as like I said, the community. My brother lives right up the road, and before we bought it, his in-laws are from the eastern part of the state, outside of Boston. And when they would come to visit, I said, where would you take them? And they would have to go into Springfield, or they'd have to go out to Route 20, and there was, what are you going to take them to a Dunkin' Donuts or something? Not that there's something wrong with that, but they have that where they're at. So this, in a way, is people come to, see, visit their family in Springfield, or they're in town for whatever, visiting the academy or college, and it's something unique for them to come and say, this is kind of our own identity. And it is rewarding. I regard myself more of a steward of the place, because the people have their own kind of feelings about it, their own views. And when I reopened the doors, there was people that were visibly emotional, and that's when it kind of dawned on me that wow, and I try to express this with my employees. Some of them are younger, and this is their first job. I'm like, hey, you don't understand what this means to some people, and they're coming in, or they don't get out of the house that often, or whatever the case may be. I said, so you need to take care of them.
So do you have anything you are going to expand in any way in the future, or would like to, or?
We're trying to revamp the kitchen in the back, so I can move a couple of the operations out there, so I can maybe add another grill or toasters. Every month, the Scantic Valley Art League will put their paintings up, and the next month the Wilbraham Art League will put theirs up. And
that's cool.
Yeah,
you don't even
it's
have
really
to worry
cool.
about.
No, they come do it, and then if they sell a painting, I don't take anything. I just I pass it on to them. It's so cool because every month they'll change it, and it just really randomly worked out.
Looks like it's very homey and very busy. What kind of work did you do before?
So I worked for the post office, and I used to manage Papa Gino's when I was in college. And then along with my brother Dominic, we helped open Cindy's Drive-In in Granby, Mass. It's an iconic 50s style drive-in named after my mom. And we've had it for 30 years.
So
it's really cool. And we still have that. So that's how Rice's started. My brother lived in Wilbraham, and we had, the background in ice cream. And I said, hey, Wilbraham doesn't really have an ice cream spot. Find me an ice cream spot in Wilbraham. Well, it started off as, find me an ice cream shop, turned into me learning about the bakery, and then, ice cream is just a small percentage of my sales compared to the whole thing, So there was a lot of learning going on, but it all parlayed from hey, find me an ice cream spot in Wilbraham, and it led to all of this. So my brother, my little brother runs Cindy's Drive-In now. Me and Dominic run this, and my sister has opened up. She owns 2 ice cream shops in Baltimore called Be More Licks. She opened one. She used our recipes. So she opened an ice cream shop in Albuquerque, Berkeley Licks, and she's opening a 4th ice cream shop in Timonia, right outside of Baltimore. So it's in the family. Yeah.
So wait a minute, let's go into that. So it's in the family. Where did the recipes come from?
Well, Dominic, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because he was the foodie.
The hardest flavor we had to make, believe it or not, we spent the most amount of time on was vanilla. I always tell people oh, what? It's vanilla because it's the base for so many other flavors. It's the base for cookies and cream. It's the base for, you can make black raspberry. You start with the vanilla, and then you make, you're going to make peach. So I don't know how much ice cream, and we had to throw out, give away. And the subtle difference is, how much butterfat, how much air, what kind of vanilla to put in. Is it Madagascar vanilla, et cetera, et cetera. So a ton of work went into that. And like I said, my brother, he's got I always say, and my mom is very picky too. So if you can make my mom and Dom happy, like you got a winner. Like everyone else who is just like normal, like I'm like, I like food, but I'm like a normal level, not like really passionate and fussy about it. So you can make those two happy, and that kind of, it worked.
Well, we're going to have to taste some of that ice cream.
Absolutely.
What you got, Marcia?
I don't know. I'm going to taste it anyway.
Moose track and.
Ooh.
Yum, huh?
Good ice cream. Good ice cream.
I got. What did I get? I got peanut butter cup and grasshopper.